Hi divas and welcome to another Dress and Press challenge. Today I'm going to be letting Pinterest pick all my outfits for me no matter what the theme is once again. So I'm going to be looking up every theme on Pinterest and recreate one of the images as closely as possible in the game just like this. And you already know that this is one of my favorite challenges, so I always love going back to it and you love it as well. So if you're excited for this video too, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But now let's get started. Very unfortunate that I joined late, but the theme is Barbie. I really want to see what Pinterest has to offer. I just looked at Barbie and this is our first image, so let's recreate this one. I think that it should be doable in the time that we have because it is a relatively simple outfit. I just don't know if I really have a face. Let's start with this one and then I'll just change up the eyes, and the lip gloss should be a little bit more pink, and that's already honestly fine for the face. So let's just do hair real quick, and that should be like just a straight hair in the back like this one, and let's go with this sort of blonde. And I'm not really sure what to do about the ponytail. I think that we can go maybe with this one. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty good. And we do need some bangs, and they're like more of a like side bang sort of situation. Not really quite like this, but we can keep it this way. That's actually pretty good. So let's go maybe to VIP because a dress that we need is definitely over there. I was thinking this one. We need to go with like a bit of a stronger color, maybe not that one, but I don't think that we really have time to choose. Like this but without the pattern would be real good. Maybe like there, and we obviously need to go in glitter. It should be a little bit lighter. Oh, this is actually pretty good. And then we need to go with glitter on everything else. So the shoes are actually pretty close to these. Even the color is pretty spot on. We can go with a little bit more pink. The purse should be somewhere around here. I think that this one is pretty good. Can we maybe have it be down? No, not really. Okay, I'm gonna go with a purse like this one since we don't really have a lot of time, and I'm gonna have that be in like glitter and silk. Actually, I feel like it should be silk, and that does look a little bit more plasticky like a Barbie. Not a perfect color, but I feel like it should be good enough. We do need some bracelets and also a necklace. So the necklace should be like a pretty big one. It's not super close to this one, but I will go for it. So let's go like that. I think that we need some big earrings, so that'll be somewhere around there. And we also need like a bracelet, which would be this one. We do need something else. What would that be? I'm not sure. All right, I wanted to check out a different purse, but I don't think that we really have time. Oh, do you think that we maybe have time to go for eyelashes? Maybe. We have time. Okay, perfect. Maybe I can just bring them down a little bit so they match the eyes properly. And the time is up. We're starting with this one, which honestly doesn't really look like a Barbie. I see the potential, but it's not really giving Barbie to me. Okay, we have a very iconic Barbie look. I'm gonna give you a 4 because it's not really that interesting, but to be fair, it should be kind of simple, so fair enough. This is definitely giving Barbie, but I don't really like something about it, so I'm gonna go with 3, but I see what they tried to do. Honestly, super simple, but it is giving Barbie, so I'll go with 3. The face is not really selling it though, in my opinion. This one is so spot on. Beautiful original Barbie. And now it's my turn. It is super simple, but it's very accurate and I feel like it looks perfect for the theme. So I am really happy with the result, and I'm really happy that we managed to do this with so little time. I think that it turned out so pretty. So let's see who the winners are. And oh my gosh, I managed to win. What? This one was so robbed though. I'm so sorry, girl. With 21 stars, at least we managed to tie. You are joking. The next theme is Decora. I'm really excited for this one. I love this theme. And the first outfit that we have is this one right here. I am tempted to go for a bit of a different one because I want to have a little bit more colors, so I'm kind of tempted to try this one, although it is a little scary as in because we have a lot to do and not so much time. But let's go for a face. I'm gonna go for, honestly we can kind of leave this one, but I'm gonna make the eyes a little bit more similar to the original, and we do need to put on some stickers. Let me just find some nice stickies. We can go with something like this just because it's on the right spot, because we don't really need, I mean we could go for maybe even just this one. That's pretty cute actually, but let's go for a hair. At least that's gonna be pretty simple because we need, well, this is actually a pretty decent base because we need the bangs as well. So let me go find a hair color for this. It needs to be a little bit more blue. I think that this is pretty good, but I was thinking the one that's a little bit longer, we can combine the two. It actually does have bangs, but I'm gonna leave the other one. So let's color that, and that's perfect. First, I think I'm gonna go into the dressing booth. We definitely need the little wand. I'm gonna take that before I forget. So let's have it be this way. I'm kind of stressed and scared on what to do about the actual outfit. Maybe I kind of went a little bit too ambitious with this one, but let's try to give it a go. So I'm looking for the, oh, what is that skirt? I'm not sure. I think it's in codes. This one. I feel like this is a good base, but we need to find a decent pattern for this bit. It could be this one actually. That works pretty well. So we could use these patterns. I think that this one is a little bit more accurate. And on the bottom layers, we can go with some more like colors that we need. Okay, that's actually pretty good, you know. And now the top, I actually have an idea for that as well, especially because of the sleeves. I think that this is going to be really, really good. So can that go in patterns just so it's matching? I feel like it's not really looking right though. This can be in a little bit more blue, but I need the sleeves to be a little bit more yellowy. Oh right, we need the Madoka cuffs as well. I just noticed. I have no idea how to color them. Oh my gosh, I can't see them. I'm just gonna go for like random colors and hope for the best over here. While we're in here though, I'm gonna go for the Madoka shoes, although they're not the most accurate thing ever, but I feel like this should probably be good enough. Now I think that it's time to get out for a minute. I was thinking of maybe trying to go for these flowers because that's the only thing that we can do on the chest that would look sort of like the things that we need in like different colors and stuff. So let's try going in that direction. It actually does look pretty decent. We need to go over here for, oh, something I low-key forgot. What do we need over here? We need the tights because I can make those be in a pattern and they're not really looking sheer. That's kind of killing me, but let's go with this sort of pattern. It should be a little darker, but I feel like that's all right. But now let's go maybe into VIP real quick because we need to get all of the like things on the head, all of the accessories like these over here, and I can just make them maybe a little bit bigger so they're standing out a little bit more. And I think that the colors should be a little bit more pastel. Oh my gosh, we definitely need a lot more. I need some bows like these. Not really helping me quite enough though. Can we put that to be in a pattern so it's a little bit more colorful? That's kind of helping. I am frustrated by the wand because we can't really see it properly. I think that this is probably a little better. Oh, I see some elfy ears. I think that the image has some like ears like these. Oh, you can't see them though. That's a little annoying. Oh, I didn't put them on. Okay. That's better. We can just bring them forward so we can see them better. We don't really have a lot of time. Oh no, the time is up. I don't think that this one quite got the theme, so where we gone? Not the biggest fan of this one to be honest, but they tried. They have decent items, but the coloring is a bit of a mess. This one is pretty cute. I just wish that it had a little bit more going on when it comes to the outfit to make it maybe a little bit wider, a little bit fluffier, but the overall look is nice. And now it's my turn, and I mean it did turn out okay, but it's not really as accurate as it could be. I think I did go a little bit too ambitious and I picked a really complicated one, but it did turn out okay. I just wish that we have a little bit more going on here. You know what? This one is pretty cute. I don't mind this one. Not super impressed for a master server, but I'm gonna be a little bit generous and go with 4 here. This one gets it though. This is so pretty. Lastly, we have this one, which is pretty cute as well. So let's see who the winners are. And I didn't place here. Oh my gosh, they really didn't like mine. I mean, I feel a little bit robbed to be completely honest with you. At least I'm 4th with 19 stars. The next theme is Douyin. Let's go to Pinterest. This is definitely gonna look amazing. And most of these outfits are dressed to impress actually, funnily enough, but we do have this one which is first, and I would definitely love to do this. It's a little bit more colorful than I would like though, but let me just maybe start with getting the skin tone to be a little bit more accurate. So let's go with a little bit paler, and let's just switch up the makeup. So we don't need this, and we need some stronger blush. It's even kind of like this, but that's a little bit too much. Oh, this one with the highlights is actually pretty accurate, and she does have like little winking eyes, so we can do that. That's actually super cute. So let's go and do our hair, and let me see what kind of hair should we start with. I'm not totally sure to be honest if we have anything that's quite like it. I mean, this one technically is if this was in the back, so let's just leave it as an option, and then we can add bangs to it, like maybe these. Oh, maybe this just for the shape. That's actually super cute. So first let's go to the tops, because I think that we have a top that is almost identical. That would be this one, and I need to find a pattern for this. That's actually kind of close, but I wish it was blue. We do have a pattern that is relatively similar though. I was thinking this one, although it doesn't really look great in this pattern, which is really bothering me. Well, we have these as well. It's just not really quite it. Maybe I should allow myself to go for a slightly different color on this, because this pattern just looks so much better. So anyway, let's go for a skirt, and that's gonna be these two. We just need to make them white. And now all of the fun things and accessories. So let me just go for the fishnets, and we need to make those white. That's very cute. We need the leg warmers. We can even make them fur. Actually, I'm gonna go for the ones in codes. So right now we need to go to the Valentine's chest. Oh, the time is going by so quickly. How is that happening? But let me go over here to go for like this super light pink. That's very cute. I think I really need to rush over to VIP. While I'm here though, I'm gonna grab these bows because we just need it to be on this side and that can match the shirt, maybe even the same pattern. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here to grab this necklace because it kind of looks like it, honestly. And when it comes to the shoes, we need to grab something similar to this, so I'm just gonna leave that, but let's just make that white. And right, I really need to, I was gonna go over here for these socks. They are absolutely perfect. We just need to go for the butterflies to be in a bit of a darker pink color. I think that that's really nice. We can just go over here for the butterflies, and then this can be, the wraps around the legs can be a little bit brighter. Oh my gosh, where am I going? I'm going into code, so we can grab the leg warmers, and I need to make them chunkier, but we can have them be maybe in the rainbow glitter. I don't really want it to be in rainbow glitter though necessarily, but it does need to be colorful. Should we just go with a pattern like this one? It's kind of matching, but not really. We need a purse. We don't really have a lot of time, so I'll just go with this one, and we need to make it like, maybe let's just go with a bit of pink just because we don't really have a lot of time, and I don't have time for a belt, unfortunately. Oh no, that's annoying. I wanted to go for like a plushie to substitute that, but no, the time is up. Wait, no way. This looks almost identical to the one that I was making. That looks so similar. I mean, I guess let's give you a 4 because you are accurate, I guess. I'm so confused. Are they looking at the same image? Anyway, my turn now. I'm still in disbelief, but at least we're not similar because I went for a different pattern. It would have been so funny if we went for the same one. But anyway, I think that this turned out super cute. I just didn't really have time to do accessories. Next up, we have this one, which I'm not completely sure is on theme, to be honest. This one, however, though, is very pretty. Love this one. Can someone tell me where is this leg thing from? I keep seeing everyone use it and I just don't know what this item is. This one is pretty cute as well. I'm just not really super obsessed with the color scheme. Again, with that item though, someone please tell me what that is. Oh, this one is real pretty as well, but the color scheme is a little bit much. Pretty cute, but something that you would expect to see a little bit more for coquette. Love this one. I just wish that the colors weren't so pale because it's a little bit too pastel in my opinion. So let's see who the winners are. And I didn't place here, unfortunately, but the one who had probably the same reference did. I still have that suspicion. Anyway, I'm looking low. Oh my god, I'm only 6th with 17 stars, tied with 5th. Well, this could be pretty interesting. The theme is 90s teen comedy. I've never seen that theme before. Oh, and the first one is Clueless. Wait, I would absolutely love to do this. That's such a smart idea. Well, at least that's gonna be super simple. So let's go and take care of the face. So let's start with this one, and I just need to make the makeup a little bit more simple. And the lipstick should be a little bit more red. Maybe even actually a bit of a different lipstick so it's a little bit more lipstick looking. Okay, that's very pretty. And let's go for a hair. So that's also gonna be super simple. We just have maybe this hair even would be pretty decent. So let's go somewhere around there. And I can even add a bit of this one just so we have, oh, maybe that's gonna be a little bit weird and messy. I was gonna say just so we have a little bit more movement in there, but I feel like it's a bit much. Maybe if we cover that up with some bangs, but to be fair, she's not supposed to have bangs, so not totally sure. Maybe if I just kind of like move it so it covers up this little glitchiness. I'm kind of open to it, but I don't know. First, I'm gonna go, what am I gonna do first? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Maybe we can go for a phone first because it's just like a little detail that I find fun. So let's go with that. And the skirts we have already over here, so we can have those be over there. Maybe I'm gonna grab one of these boots. Not totally sure. I guess that we can go with these, although they should be a little bit tighter, so not totally sure, but it's a decent start. I am really worried about that blazer though. How am I gonna do that? How do I make that look reasonable? Let's go into VIP maybe to start with this one, and then we need to put on some sleeves on that as well. Is that good? I don't know. Maybe if we go over there, there's probably a better way to do this, but anyway, let me first find a pattern because at least we have the exact same pattern that we need. That'll be this one. Actually, this is probably kind of decent for this outfit, so let's just color everything that we need in the pattern and just have like a rough sketch of everything. So this needs to be white. It looks kind of horrific, but let's just try to roll with that. Shirt underneath needs to be in a bit of a more like orangey yellow. That looks good. So I just need to color the stripes as well. You know what? This is pretty decent. We don't really need the tie though, so I'm just gonna hide that. And that actually does look pretty perfect. I do need to fix up the boots though, because those are not really really right. Not sure which boots to go with though. Oh, you know what? I just realized I looked up a different image just to kind of have a better idea of the outfit. I realized that I think that the shoes are supposed to be Mary Jane's and then the white bit are stockings. Okay, that's gonna be so much better. These, okay, that's a lot better already. And I did realize that we also need a backpack or even a bag like this one and just make it white. I think that going for a backpack would be a little bit better, so it's just not really like ruining the vibe. But we can go off the shoulder. I'm wondering if I can maybe make the blazer look a little bit better. Oh, I do have an idea, but it's a little bit late now. I can maybe, if I have time to find the witch set, the sleeves, if I just go for the sleeves and we go for a pattern, it's maybe a little bit better for the shoulders. I mean, you can't even see the shoulders, so that was like a little pointless. But anyway, the time is up and I'm going first. I do like how this outfit turned out. I've never really done this sort of look before, but I think that it's a pretty decent one. For a first attempt at this, I'm pretty happy with this, especially because I always struggle with blazer looks. Anyway, next up we have this one, which is not really saying who they are, but I mean, it looks okay. It's just not really that interesting. Oh my gosh, we have another Clueless. I love that. It's a little bit glitchy, so I'm not like totally sure, but let's go, I guess 4 is fine. We have Regina. Why does she look so sick? It's kind of scaring me, to be honest. I feel like it's not really a super accurate outfit either. Anyway, we have another Clueless, and I like what they did with the shirt. Actually, that looks pretty good. I kind of hate how shiny the boots are, but yeah, the shirt was a clever choice there. Freaky Friday? No, stop. You're kidding. That's actually so fun. Technically not 90s though, now when I think about it, but still. I'm not exactly sure who this is. It looks like a fun 90s outfit, I'm gonna give you that, but I'm not really sure if it's anything specific. Anyway, let's see who the winners are. And I didn't place here, but the other Clueless one did. Come on, our outfits are almost identical. I'm even 6th with 17 stars. How is mine any worse than hers? If anything, my colors are at least not neon. Come on, I am feeling so salty about this. I'm gonna end it right here on a bit of a rage quit. I am kind of feeling salty about that, not gonna lie, because I feel like mine is better, although I'm probably a bit biased, but still, let me know what you think, which round was your favorite. And this was honestly a pretty good one. I got really great themes to look up on Pinterest. We even managed to win, which I think is the first win with Pinterest only, so that's very impressive. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!